What's up, guys? What's up? How you guys doing? Welcome to Devil's Advocate, the Wednesday live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so today's going to be a pretty relaxed stream. I want to watch this. Sometimes on my off time, right? I watch podcasts, people red pill podcasts and stuff. So why not watch it with you guys, right? So let's get started. Let's check this one out. So this is the No Fugazi podcast. I've in recent, year or so, I've been cutting back on watching other people's other red pill or other men's content, just to not, copy or whatever, right? Just not to be so influenced by other people's opinions and their way of thinking. So, but from time to time, I do like watching other creators' content. Okay, so why not watch? Because I watch. Again, this is No Fugazi. I watch it, from time to time, right? So, I figured Wednesday's podcast isn't like all that. Not many people are watching Wednesday, so why not use a stream to, if I'm watching it, why not watch it with you guys, right? So let's check it out.
We got Holiday Tone sends in $5. He says, name one thing outside your relationship obligations that you do or have done for an ex or current man that makes him feel special. Stay No Fugazi, ladies. Okay, so he's pretty much saying name one thing in your relationship, past or present, that you did to make your man feel special. Let's start with Jada.
I bought some new tires and I regretted it because he drove right out of my life.
I thought you still with the dude.
You said somebody got a my relationship with. Didn't you say a past relationship?
Past or present. So that was a past.
That was a past.
Oh, okay. So he bought us some tires and he was like,
yeah.
So a guy broke up with you.
Okay, I dragged it a little bit.
Okay.
He didn't drive out of my life. That was just for a fun
That was a
effect.
punchline.
That was a punchline. I was trying to work on my rap skills. But no, I helped him with tires and he did do some stupid shit. So it was just something I did.
Okay, fair enough. So who broke up with who in that relationship?
I guess I did something, he didn't like it, and I did something wrong. So maybe he did break up with me, but he tried to come back, and I take it as I technically left if he tried to come back and I didn't take him back.
Yeah, see, girls always want to have the upper hand. That's why guys never go back. If she leaves you, bro, go on. She's a ghost to you, bro. Never go back. They'll do anything to gain leverage to make themselves feel good, to make themselves feel up here. Okay, fair enough. Let's go with you. A current or past relationship, something special you did for a guy.
I feel like I really enjoy cooking for a guy. I feel like that's a little special because a lot of guys like girls who can cook.
Okay, so you've cooked for a guy before?
Mm-hmm.
What did you cook him on?
Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo.
Shrimp Alfredo.
Like some lemon zest, pepper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She put the pepper in there because white girls be missing a lot of stuff. But you put the extra cream in there and stuff like that. All right, so it wasn't.
Cream with some, butter. And you got the seasoning.
Okay, you put all right. You did what you need to do.
Yeah.
Got you. So it wasn't plain.
No, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Parmesan cheese, give it that cheesy flavor.
Okay. All right, Jada, she know what she talking about?
Yeah, there you can't have Alfredo without the Parmesan cheese.
All right.
The logo, I'll tell you that.
The Goya.
I
Maybe try the
The
Goya.
logo goes a long way.
Or you can do what Puerto Ricans do. Sofrito and everything. Sofrito!
Can't forget about the dough.
They'll put that in cereal.
I haven't heard that.
No, let's move right along to Grace.
Okay, something special.
You gave him a
She
free
like
salad.
nothing.
Yeah, she gave him a free salad. That's what happens when you did.
Yeah, always. My ex, I would like do like a little facial, like his skincare. I would like do face masks on him. I would like paint his nails, file his nails,
Paint his nails.
well, like clear.
Oh, about to say. So you got a boyfriend?
Well, no wonder why he's your ex.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting his nails painted.
Clear.
Claire is still sus.
No, it's not. No.
You
To
never
me,
I would
I
rather
slap
have them
people
looking
and I
clean.
do things with my hands all the time. The nail polish gonna come off anyway. Real men, we don't give a freak about nail polish. What? I'm in the gym working out. What do I put on? You see the guys in the gym that put gloves on?
Soft.
Soy boys. My hands is rough for a reason.
Soft.
They're
They
like,
need to be soft. Though.
wait, what?
Just
I'm just messing. But okay.
Soft. If you wake up, you
I
soft.
mean, yeah, I don't wear no gloves at the gym. But okay, so you said
Yeah.
you
I did like his little skincare.
took care of him. I guess that was, I mean, you're only 18. All right, fair enough. What about you? You're 40. You probably did some crazy stuff. What you do for the man?
So I get into that right away. So I'm gonna have to piggyback off that. Cooking is a thing.
Okay.
Mussels is my favorite thing to cook.
I love seafood. That's it.
Yes. Mussels is my favorite. Gift baskets with favorite candies, little things that I listen to what people like and what they want. Oh, I need this for my car, or I need this, and I keep that in the back of my mind. I'm like, ooh, I'll save that for the birthday, and I might pick it up on Amazon, grab that.
Yeah.
Make a big gift basket full of candies, favorite things, something that little that like.
Yo, Skull. Thank you for stopping by, bro. I'm doing good. Just chilling, watching other people's content for fun. How you doing?
Have like a matching keychain, that kind of thing. Just little stuff like that. That's thoughtful that you can carry with you, that kind of thing. And cooking.
Okay. So that's the stuff. All right, fair. You never like,
It's
honey.
thoughtful.
But yeah, okay. Guess it was nothing ever more than that. Like, honey, I see that you like this. I've been assessing you all the time. You go to the gym maybe this day, you come home from work this way. I know that you watch Dragon Ball Z sometimes. You are like, you know what? I'm gonna get your favorite shirt of
Favorite
that show
products,
or
different
something.
stuff like that. Like they use,
Okay.
like, yeah.
All right, fair enough. That's cool. How about you? You from Milk? You ain't get these things.
Nothing.
You're wrong. Okay.
Good question. I guess did not bring up issues that I had soon enough in the relationship.
Okay.
I should have brought them up earlier.
So that's one thing you did
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Never
why did you
bothered
leave
me. Just don't think we were compatible.
Girls always got this such vague answers. I don't think we were compatible, but like he must have been doing
I
something wrong.
was working on myself. He wasn't working on himself. Things were not aligning. I was losing myself. Didn't feel right to me.
Gotcha.
So,
All right, look, guys,
yeah.
let me decipher the womanese. What she's saying is he was inadequate. He was lacking in masculinity. He probably couldn't keep a job. She was going to the gym, but he wasn't going to the gym. Also, he wasn't decisive. He couldn't make a decision. He was very indecisive. Also, he wasn't direct or dominant. A woman wants a man, and he wasn't a man, so she moved on. Fair enough? Okay, makes sense. See, guys, you always got to decipher the womanese. Moving right along. One thing you did wrong. Well, actually, why'd you leave your ex? Well, you ain't even have a relationship.
She said she didn't even like him no more.
Men are crazy.
You said men are crazy?
Yeah. I did say
You
that.
talk to guys from Newark?
Yeah.
Yeah, people love this.
No.
Okay. Well, I got the question for you. You're not gonna just get skipped this time. All right. You haven't had a guy that you wanted the commitment from. You haven't met that guy that you wanted the commitment from. So the guys that you've met that you didn't want the commitment from, why did you let them clap cheeks if you didn't even want the commitment?
He raised you up, huh?
That's the insanity, right? This woman said she's never really been in a relationship. She ain't a virgin. That's the thing. I'm amazed by a lot of women, right? And they do what they want to do, right? But I'm amazed by a lot of women where they would gladly give their bodies, even give children to men that they wouldn't or don't see themselves being in a long-term relationship in. And then they wonder, how do they get the good men? That's the thing that's the insanity I see, right? I can never understand that. Because so for a woman to give her bodies, yo, Parasocial, what's up, bro? For women to give their bodies, right, to just men that they either don't want a long-term relationship or can't get a long-term relationship from, yet they give their bodies to these men, and then later on, they're asking for good men or whatever, men to marry them, men to step up. I find that really idiotic. I really do, right? Because it's like you wasted your life just giving your bodies to men that don't qualify, yet now you want a man that could qualify to do more. It's like ridiculous. It's absolutely that. And that's Skull is right? Skull is right. It's easier to be a baby mama than a wife. Less effort. That's the thing. It is just, and then they wonder why they cannot get good men. Because good men will see the flaws in that. They will see the error in that. No, Parasocial. It's not Kendra, right? So tonight I'm just watching another content creator's podcast, right? So it's not Kendra tonight.
It seems like. Oh, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, but
You know the answer to it. What, you like them hot dudes? That's your
go
type?
ahead.
Let's see. Let her answer. Go ahead. Why you let her clap cheeks and you ain't even want the commitment?
So she needed some.
Ladies, let's not help her out. She has a.
Because that's the lie. That's the lie she's telling herself, right? That is a lie a lot of women tell themselves. They let these men clap cheeks and they don't want a relationship. Lie. A lie. Okay? They want a relationship, but these men don't give it to them. So they make up this delusional world where, you know what? I didn't want it anyway, right? I let him clap cheeks, right? I let him, get my box, but I didn't want a relationship from him. Absolute lies that women tell themselves. They cannot, right? This is the problem. They cannot get a relationship from the men that they want. Okay? They can get sex. They can definitely get sex from the men that they want. They cannot get a relationship from the men that they want. So they make up delusions. They make up lies just so they can feel better.
It wasn't like that. It's just like, sometimes you just get caught up in the moment and like the moment don't stop. And then like sometimes you think maybe like, all right, the boy will like fall in line, but like
Fall in line. Okay. Do you think that who do you think should lead in a relationship?
Men.
Do you think so you would have to fall in line, not him?
But he would have to give me something to follow.
So that's the question. So if he wasn't giving you nothing to follow, why'd you give up cheeks?
It was just the vibes. And then,
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of thinking right there, right? He didn't give you nothing. He was not worth following. Yet there was a vibe. So you allow him to clap the cheeks. There was vibe. So you allow him to have your body. That's why, honestly, a lot of women's bodies aren't worth much. They aren't worth much. They especially aren't worth the amount of money that they're asking from men, right? A date, fine, right? Paying for a date, cool, right? Paying for a couple dates, okay, right, fine. Paying for nails, cool, whatever. But paying for your bills, really? Your body that you give to men, that all they give is a vibe. Now you want me to pay your bills, right? Now you want me to take care of you, provide for you. Really? Provide for you when you give your body to just men that don't qualify, men that's not worth it. So for me, i.e., if I'm worth it, now that I have to provide, I'm getting the same thing, your body, that a man didn't even qualify, still got. That's the insanity right there.
Fair enough. I'm just wondering. I told you I got a question for you since you ain't have any questions. But all right, cool. Let's move it right along. Why'd you break up? Well, why'd you leave your ex? You, Lindsay.
Do I go there already?
Oh, actually, I'll let you wait, Lindsay. Dan, let's get into the sponsorship for today. Black-owned tech company. Roll that for me.
In my place.
Yeah.
Like if we're out and I'm getting a little wild. It's time to go, babe. Like, I need somebody to be like, all right, it's time to go.
Got you.
Yeah.
So okay, so the ex guy.
My ex-husband.
No, well, I got you. So it's concise. Your ex, he was not masculine. You needed a masculine guy, so that's why you left him. Now, my other question was the father of your kids. That was your ex-husband.
Correct.
And you said that he was masculine, but not as masculine as you wanted him to be.
Correct.
Okay. And you pretty much said that you want someone to put you in place. Okay, fair enough.
This is the thing with women, right? So the man that she gave her child to wasn't as masculine as she wanted, yet he was fine to give a child to. All the men that she dealt with weren't masculine at all, yet it's fine for her to give her body to. What the hell what are men, right, that meet these qualifications of women, right? Men that meet women's standards, what are they getting? They get the same thing that men don't meet the standards get, okay? That's the thing. That's the insanity, right? So the man that can provide, a man that can protect, a man that's like what you want, he's getting the same thing, your body, that the Pookie's got. Yes. Amazing. Great. It's worth it.
All right. So what did you do wrong in that relationship with the ex? So you left him because he was not masculine. But what about? Do you think there's something maybe you did wrong?
Probably let it drag out too long because I felt bad, but then it was like, all right, I don't want to lead somebody on. It's not fair. I don't want to hurt the other person, even though I knew it wasn't meant to be. And I was like, you never know.
Yeah.
You got to give it your all because that person is a human too on that side. So you have to have consideration for feelings.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe it's a mood I'm in or whatever. Give it some more time. Give it, kick it around a little bit. It wasn't working. And I'm like, I shouldn't have drug it out, but I did because you never know.
So you knew it was ending, but you was like, let's see, maybe something will change.
Correct.
Maybe he'll get, his life together and,
Right.
Tell me to shut up sometimes. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Question, have you ever met a masculine guy in your past?
Yes.
And you had like a relationship with that masculine
Yes.
guy? Okay. So why didn't you like marry that masculine guy back then that you had a relationship with?
Commitment issues. He had commitment issues.
Okay, he had commitment issues. No, that's chat. That's a good way for women to use womenese to say that the guy has commitment issues, but reality, she just wasn't the one for him. So I'll tell you something about masculine guys.
Or here's my take, right? Stop thinking men will be perfect. This is the thing, right? Where women's insanity. They want a man with every single thing that a woman wants. So let's say this. A woman gets with an athlete, good looking or prime specimen, right? Body on point, height on point, money on point, okay? Yet, he's not faithful. Okay, fine. You get with a nice guy. He's morally sound. He's good to you. He respects you. Whatever. He loves you. He treats you right. But you know what? He's not that good looking. He's not that tall. It's like, this is the problem with so many women nowadays. They always think the grass is greener. This man doesn't have enough. I'm going to look for another man. This man doesn't have enough. I'm going to look for another man. Constantly trying to find the perfect man out there. Okay? Leaves the man you gave a kid to because he's not good enough. He's not perfect. The next man. Oh, you know what? He had something my baby daddy didn't have, but you know what? He's still not perfect. He's still not good enough. Constant. That's the problem, right? Constant wanting better, right? And this is the thing where that kind of mentality is not worth committing to. That mentality, right? That, you know what? If he's not adequate, I know there's better out there for me. I know I'm going to try another man. That mentality is why divorce rates, right? Why women predominantly are the ones to file for divorce.
Niggas got options, right? So it's our way or the highway. No, it's not that, he has commitment issues. You weren't the one that he wanted to commit to. You think that, or what do you think?
I think that's part of it. And I think he was older than me. And I think that somebody who's older, they have more experience with things. They experience more things than you do.
Yeah.
And I think me being younger than him, I didn't experience everything he went through. He had tough times that I will never experience.
Okay.
And I think certain things, traumatic situations, mold you a certain way, and that's okay.
Question for you: what do you think? So you said that you want a masculine guy right now. You broke up with you divorced your husband because he wasn't masculine enough. You broke up with the ex
Divorce her husband.
because he wasn't masculine enough.
So it was fine for her to marry the man. Okay, here, let's this insanity timeline. So it was fine for her to get in a relationship with that man, accept his proposal, marry him, have his child, and now divorce him because he wasn't masculine enough. The insanity of that. The absolute insanity. This is the absolute ridiculousness, right? Not throughout the whole period. You went through so many steps, and yet only at the end, right, where you built the commitment, is now you want to destroy it. Insane.
The one masculine guy you did meet, he didn't want you. So now my question is, what do you think masculine guys want from women?
I think a masculine man wants a feminine female.
So that's something you think you should work on?
In a way, if I stopped doing that, I wouldn't
Parasocial, you're crazy.
be providing for my family. So I just want to be able to, when I come home, I want to be able to hang that up, and I have no problem doing that for
Okay.
that person that's going to do that and put me in my place, so to say.
Okay.
As to call it such a thing.
Well, at
as
least
that.
you know what they want. That's why I was asking the question. So you know what the question is pretty much, do you know what the guys that you want from you? And it seems like you do know that. All right, so that's
Right.
good. Moving right along. Grace, question is, why'd you leave your ex?
We were just on two different stages in life.
Okay.
There was just a big age gap.
Yeah, I mean, you're like 18. And I think you said it before. Was he younger than you?
No, older.
Wait, what? Next convo. Moving right along. I think that's legal for this podcast. You was talking to was you legal at the time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Got you. He was just much older and two different wavelengths. So who broke it with who? You broke it with him?
I mean, he brought up the discussion, but it was just okay, yeah, I agree. It wasn't any fighting or.
Okay. What do you think you did wrong, or did you do anything wrong?
It was a shorter relationship. I don't think either one of us did anything wrong.
How long was it?
Only about 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, fair. That was like a little flame. All right. What about you? One thing. Why did you leave your ex?
So I mentioned this in the last podcast, how it was age difference and
Oh,
how
that
it was
was difference. Okay.
one wasn't being a provider.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was lacking on masculinity.
Yeah, exactly
Okay.
what she said. And I actually agree with 100%. You need a dominant guy, someone who can they want the feminine, but they can also accept you for you. Is that what you were trying to say?
This is the thing, right? This is the thing. Now, this whole women that talk about masculinity, okay? Women that want a dominant man, right? And I get it. I understand it. But this is the problem, right? This is the absolute problem I find constantly with women saying they want dominant men. They want dominant men. So let's say this, right? My ex, right? Pretty much like that. Because this is the one thing where I want a dominant man. I mean, I'm submissive, all that shit, which she wasn't. But here's the thing with women that says they want dominant men. They themselves, women like this that say, I want dominant men, they themselves are dominant. So women like this that say, I want dominant men, they want dominant men to fight them, okay? Fight them and put them in their place, essentially. But this is the problem where that shit leads to toxicity, in my opinion, okay? Where women like this, they're not naturally feminine or ladylike or submissive. So they want dominant men to counteract their masculinity, their dominance. And that shit, you're leading to toxicity. You're leading to fights. You're leading to difficulties. And now a man he has to be straight in his dominance. He's fighting for you. He's fighting you. Okay. Arguing really. I mean, this is the thing with a lot of women, especially modern day women, where they make that problem, right? How can a man lead a relationship when you have to fight him on everything, right? Everything he decides, you fight him on. Okay? And then you say, oh, I want a dominant man. Really? You want a dominant man? Yet you're so dominant yourself. So you expect these dominant men to fight you for domination, right? Fight you for leadership. What the hell is that? What man, right? Dominant or not, want to come home and fight with his woman on who's the leader, right? Who's the leader? It's absolute insane. This is the thing where, like I said with my ex, yes, she's that type. She was the strong, independent, businesswoman. So now, and then she wants a dominant man. Yet, if you try to be dominant, they're fighting you on it. They're fighting you on every decision you make. They're making things difficult. So really, now I need to be dominant I gotta fight her, right? I gotta make things, I believe, toxic, really, borderline, maybe abusive. So I think that's insane.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And you in a relationship though, Jada. So, but speak about the ex real quick. It's a chat question. Why you leave your ex?
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be a problem sometimes.
Okay.
I can become a problem because I'm so perfect in the beginning, and then once you do something, it's kind of like, I switch up. So, again, I did something in that relationship, and I lied.
You went out on a date with another guy?
No, I didn't even go on a date. I just didn't lie about I didn't tell the truth about how my bills were being paid.
Oh, so you had another man paying your bills?
Not like that.
Sugar daddy. You had a sugar daddy.
My bills are always like, that's just my life. It doesn't make sense to even talk about it. It's too complicated.
Do you still have a sugar daddy with this current boyfriend?
No, my man is a provider.
Okay, you got a
I've
provider.
never not been with a provider.
Okay, but when you weren't with a provider, like your ex,
Yeah,
you
he
had a
wasn't a
sugar daddy.
provider. Yeah.
Okay. You like,
Is that a problem?
no, it's just women have the luxury, Chad, of putting guys in certain compartments. They got a guy to pay the phone bill, the guy to have sex with, because he's masculine to some degree, and he fills that bucket right there. They got a guy for breakfast, for salad, who knows? So yeah, man, this is why you got to be the best version of yourself, Chad, and fill up every girl's box. Or if not, with modern women, you could be one of them niggas that you just in a box, bro.
I hate that. I do. I hate that, right? I get it. I get it, right? Especially modern day women, they want perfection. They want a man that fills every checkbox. I hate that. I really do. Because now we are a society of wanting perfection. Right? And this is why when you don't feel those perfection, they see it and they want to move on. That's why they're honestly, that's why I believe there's no ride or die women anymore. I don't think there's any ride or die women anymore.
Okay, fair enough. You took straight accountability right away, so thank you for that, Jenny.
No problem.
Any questions, ladies? Leave it open. Yeah, what questions I got? Y'all got no questions?
Do you pee in the shower?
Do I pee in the shower?
Yeah.
This is a personal question to me.
Anyone, everyone.
Yes.
I mean, I can answer the question. Yeah, oh God. Of course.
I think you're supposed to be in the shower.
I think it's necessary. If you don't, it's probably weird.
Like it's so good. I love it. I'll hold my pee to pee in the shower.
Chat. You can tell she's 18 years old, Chat. You can tell. So the glasses is coming on, so y'all know what that means.
Uh-oh.
Combos is gonna get a little bit more intense. So everyone on Facebook, come on over to YouTube, man. We're gonna close out the Facebook stream right now. And oh yeah, Facebook popping. Y'all in here already. 6.3K views already. Yeah, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazi Podcast on YouTube. Come on over. And let's go ahead and close down that stream. All right, so Facebook is closed. We're only live on YouTube right now. All right, no questions.
Yeah,
Does anybody have plans this weekend?
Well-
Start something.
Well, JD, you had a question?
Yeah, because he was asking us,
Yeah,
when was the last time we took a plan B and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I want to get in your business now.
sure.
How many times you made somebody take a plan B?
Never.
Are you a virgin?
No, I just never had a person take a plan B. I
How many
know.
women you got as of today?
Huh?
How many women you have as of today?
This is a question for him.
This is for you.
One woman.
So you're in a relationship.
Yes.
That is beautiful. You got kids?
Yes, I do.
How many?
I have two.
You gonna marry her?
I have two and one on the way.
You gonna marry her?
You never know. Guys nowadays, that's a question not for a guy like me, I would
Oh,
say.
okay.
Yeah. Any other personal questions?
I just want to speak some mananese.
Sure.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, ask away.
No, that was
I answer very direct.
You did a great job.
Anything else, or for the ladies, or for me too?
No, I just wanted to know why the commitment didn't occur before you had kids.
We live in a secularist world, so that's the society God is removed from society. So you have, men sleeping with women and not getting married. It's not the righteous path, but it's a path that most individuals tend to take. So yeah.
So God was removed from your life then. Because I was talking about you. Is that what happened?
No, I would say overall,
Okay.
most people. Yeah,
I was very honest.
Yeah, most people are dating like that. They're not, or even they're having babies, before marriage and things like that. But I do think if I would recommend something, I would say, well, it's best to, have a home and be married and then have kids. That's what I would recommend. Don't take my path, because everyone isn't like me. I have full custody of my daughter as well, but most guys don't get full custody. It's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you get that? So don't take my path. Kind of figure out your own path. And what I preach is to tell guys to, take a better path than I took. I don't want them to. A wise man learns from other people's mistakes, so learn from my mistakes. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Any other personal questions?
No, you did
Sure.
wonderful. You did.
Okay.
I can go on for days.
Oh, you can go for days. Okay,
I'm
perfect. Anyone else? Any questions? I see you over here. Nothing. Basket. Let's wait. What he says? Okay. Let's weed out the strong, independent woman. If your man told you to change clothes, would you dress for the job you want, ladies? Okay, dress for job. Okay. Let's start with you. If your man told you to change clothes, would you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. I like that answer. That was very quick.
I like it too.
That was good. Yeah, that's a good answer. What about you?
I would if it was reasonable. Like let's say
I would if it was reasonable. The woman that said she wants a masculine man, right? You can't make this shit up, right? This is the woman that said she would leave a man because he's not masculine, or has left a man because he wasn't masculine. And now she's saying, oh, would she change? The question is, would she change her clothes if her man asked her to? She said if it was reasonable. Exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I'm saying, okay? These are the women that want masculine men. These are the women that want masculine men. The women that, you know what? They want a masculine man, yet they can't see that, you know what? What they bring to the life of a masculine man is only combativeness, right? It's only arguments. It's only fighting. It's only chaos. Here's the thing. When you are in, let's say, an army, okay? You're a leader, masculine in a sense, right? If his troops, if his followers are constantly fighting him on his orders, you think that's going to go? You think that's going to fly? Right? You don't know. You follow the order, right? You follow it. This man is leading. You follow the order. So now this is the problem with a lot of modern day women, okay? They want a masculine man, yet honestly, they don't qualify for it because they're too indoctrined, right? By being combative, being aggressive, just thinking that they know what's best. And I was in a relationship exactly like that. A woman saying, oh, I want a masculine man. Cool. Okay. And yet you fight about every single decision. So really now, as a masculine man, now I have to constantly fight you on every freaking decision. So really, now you're just bringing me a headache.
Going to business,
Yeah.
business casual, and I'm wearing a skirt and maybe a blouse that shows a little bit of cleavage, but I'm still.
So you'll try to negotiate with them.
No, not
Why go
necessarily.
to a business wearing that?
I don't know. It's just an example. That's I wouldn't, but it's just like
That's good to know.
yes, I would, but I don't also want to feel like everything I wear is in control of his opinion.
Okay.
I want to have freedom with what I wear because I love fashion so much.
Okay, cool. I have so much pushback for that, but we'll get to it. What about you, Jada?
I'll do it, but I'll do it with attitude.
Okay.
Like, that's not good.
So you gotta listen.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'll
listen
do
with
it.
attitude. Okay, fair enough. What about you?
Well, I don't think it would really be a topic of discussion because I know how to dress respectfully.
Okay.
Look at you,
Good
Gianna.
job.
All right. What about you? You from North?
I just feel like nobody should be asking me to change my clothes.
See, I already knew. I already knew you was a troublemaker.
Huh?
If you really my man, maybe.
If you
but
really my man. What that mean?
it just means like if he really serious about it, I'll be combative, but I'll end up changing. But you gotta have like a real reason. Cause like if I'm dressing how I dress, like you should know how I dress. You should trust me already. I'm your girl.
No.
Women gotta really understand. It's not about trust, okay? It's like this is the thing with a lot of women, right? That they honestly their viewpoints is devoid of reality, right? They don't see the world. Women, honestly, I think that's a problem where women are so detached from the world. Honestly, it's rarely for me to find or see or hear a woman that's grounded. That's grounded, right? Understand that, you know what? It's not about you. It's about the world around you, right? That's the problem that women can't see. Yes, you know what? You dress how you want, but then you don't control the people around you. So, you know what men come into? They are trying to instill accountability, right? Because at the end of the day, only you can control your actions. So, if a man sees that, you know, you're dressing too revealing, right? They're trying to instill that knowledge where you need to control your actions, right? You need to be accountable of your actions. So if you're a bit modest in dress, hopefully, right? Hopefully, when you go outside in the real world, you won't attract needless attention. You won't attract terrible men. You won't attract terrible situations.
It's not that he doesn't trust you. It's not he doesn't trust other men because there are a lot of men who don't respect women. So when they see women just a certain way, they feel like they can touch you or treat you some kind of way, and he just trying to prevent you from being approached by those kind of men. That's all. So he trusts you, baby girl. Yeah.
What I
Yeah,
said.
it's the reason why advertisers and companies promote everything to women because women are more susceptible to outside influences. So therefore, that means that we can't trust you because there's a phrase called be a man of your word, not a woman of your word. You're untrustworthy, generally speaking, right? So men lead, women follow. So I would say that the man is just looking out for you, like he said, because he know other niggas gonna be looking. She's like, whatever. Okay, fair enough. What about you?
Yes.
That was a quick one.
Yep.
And that's what you're looking for anyway.
Right.
You want a man to be like, take that off.
Right. And if he's truly your man and he cares about you, he's gonna say, babe, you shouldn't be wearing that if we're going out to the club and you look ridiculous. You know what I mean? He's trying to protect you. I want that. Somebody who's like that cares enough about you. Because he's a man. He knows how other men can be towards you.
True. You got anything on that before we get to the next one? Yeah. Okay. Any questions, ladies? I'm gonna just get through the super chats and then I actually do have a question for the panel. I guess we can I'll go with my question. Yeah. Actually, it is get through super chats real quick then.
I can't think of that. Yeah, that's always enough flag. Dressing like a hoe. Especially if you just go to the corner store. Like, why you gotta have your ass cheeks out? Oh, that's definitely a fact. I mean, she done had a couple accidents. That's why she got mad Plan B. Doesn't matter. Fact, remember that Plan B question? So yeah, that's my top 3 right for now. I'll think of more later. But yeah, plenty of guy friends faithfully every weekend at the bar or the club. Like, why are you at the bar or the club every day? Like,
Those are understandable though. Like
you know what I'm saying?
like those are red flags.
And just just constantly, just like a whore. Like, why do you have to show cleavage everywhere you go?
Damn.
Has
You know what I'm saying? So
a woman ever broken up with you and why? If so.
has he ever broken up? Yeah, of course. God, women do the majority of the breaking up. One guy hasn't been broken up.
But what's your problem? What's your red flag? What do you do wrong? Be honest. Give us tea.
My mouth. Sometimes I'm too honest. You know what I'm saying? So
That's it.
me, well, women don't take criticism as well as men do. So like, my dad was brutally honest with me. So sometimes I don't know how to say things the right way. Well, you know how women say it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So that was one of my issues because I ain't no cheater. So
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
yeah, I mean, so that was my issue, like my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
sometimes I gotta shut the fuck up.
Say, all of us.
Okay. I got a question for y'all. Let's start with you, Grace. So, and there's the same question for everybody. What can you buy with your body count?
Oh.
What can you buy?
I like that. Don't lie either.
Face wash.
Face wash.
How much face wash cost? What kind of face wash? What kind of
Face wash.
face wash out there?
You talking about proactive? That's like $25.
Yo,
It's like,
what? You don't
that's
know.
like at
Tell
least
us.
10. That's like at least 10.
Give us a name brand. No. What face wash you use, matter of fact? What name brand?
Sunfield.
What was it called?
Sunfield.
Cetaphil. Right now. Yo, Chad, Google that real quick. How much that
Google it.
cost?
How you spell it? He gonna check it
How you
out.
spell it?
ETA.
CETA. Oh, Cetaphil. Oh,
Y'all so messy.
Okay, $10-15. Okay, all right. And it's from between 10 and 15.
oh, you get one bottle, you get a pack. $55.
No.
She only 18.
No.
Right? Okay, 16 packet. What about you, Bree? What can you buy with your body count?
I'm gonna have to say like a good toothpaste,
Good toothpaste. A good toothpaste.
Like a
what kind of
good
toothpaste?
brand toothpaste
From what store? Hold on. What store?
from CVS.
See, that's expensive as hell. See, that's expensive as hell. Hold on.
Hey,
What is the brand?
Colgate,
Colgate. That's like $4 to $6.
but I said a good one,
Oh, good brand.
like the
So
one
it's-
that whitens your teeth.
Oh, so you like $20.
No,
Crest.
15, 20.
It's between $8 and $16.
8.16.
You can-
Well, I'm not gonna give a number, but that was more than I thought.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Jada, what can you buy with your body
Yeah.
count?
Chipotle.
God dang, $20.
Yo, what? Facts.
The
Oh
way
my
I get
God.
your, how you get extra chicken?
Nothing.
You got anything?
I want extra nothing. Nothing.
You don't get guac.
I was talking about a kid's meal.
They don't catch me. Cool, love Chipotle. Cool, love Chipotle. They don't eat Chipotle.
They got
be
a
having
kid.
a chicken,
They
they
got
having a
a
chicken.
kid.
All right, so the kids Chipotle, so that's like 8 to 12.
Oh gosh, it's not $12, but okay. It's
So like
gonna be-
$8, you saying? This is more like $9.
It's not that
under
under number.
$8.
Yes, it is, honey. Why would you look it up?
All right, okay.
She's a
You can
weed.
get like chicken walking legs.
What about you, Gianna? What can you buy with your body count?
Oh gosh. Maybe a cold brew or maybe like a slice or two of pizza.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's a cold brew?
It's beer.
Iced coffee?
Oh, I was talking
Oh,
about
iced coffee, Starbucks.
Yeah, it's basic. So
Okay.
But Starbucks is.
If we're trying to-
Mad at you guys at all.
I mean,
The body count thing is women will never tell the truth.
because it seems what sucks about being in a relationship is kind of like it's very clear that our feelings are not as justified. I mean, as important as obviously the man's feelings because obviously he's the leader of the relationship. But the same way you feel pain when your woman betrays you or hurts you, we feel the same way, but we feel it more because when we are a good woman to a man. So what were you gonna say?
No, you're fine. Go ahead. Yeah.
So wait, repeat the question one more time. Sorry.
Yeah, so she's pretty much saying, why does a man's sexual fidelity matter so much to
I
women?
mean, I feel like it matters just as much as it would matter for the man. It's hurtful, it's disrespectful, and it's kind of like, okay, if I'm supposed to be the woman that takes care of you, or we have a partnership, and you're my leader,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you feel like, all right, what am I doing wrong? What like, you know, and honestly, like I know people probably feel like men should have multiple women, but in the Bible, it's not what people think. You're not. It's not people supposed to have multiple women. That's why God made us, you know, Adam and Eve, and then people started having multiple women because they had to. Their children worked in the fields. Their children helped to provide for the family, help the crops, help the sheep, herd, all those things. But we're not. That wasn't how God intended for it to be. So again, it's supposed to be man and woman. So that's my explanation.
Okay, what do you say to, I think it's 1.8 billion Muslims? They don't believe in that. What do you say to
Well, I'm
them?
talking about the Bible, the Christian Bible that I believe in and that I read and that I feel is to be true.
I mean,
That's
the
just
same
my
Bible.
perspective. That's how I feel. And my relationship with God that's just what I believe. So what they believe in,
Yeah.
that's not my business at all.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, I don't believe in all of the things. I mean, I don't believe in the way they operate in all ways as well. So that's just my perspective.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go with you. Why does a man's sexual fidelity matter so much to women?
Excuse me, but I don't really know what fidelity means.
Oh, that's just like him only having sex with you and no one else.
And
Like, say if you're
Questions.
married to a man,
Mhm.
the question is, why does a man's? It's not a weird question, but I see where you're getting with it. I could have just answered this one, but you wanted to for the ladies. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just answer this one, bro, because it's gonna be pointless to go around. Because we know it matters to them, bro. They're more emotional than men. It matters, bro. They only want you to have sex with them. One, it matters, bro. Two, one, like she was saying, from a Christian belief, one man and one woman. You gotta think about it. That's a nuclear family. That's the backbone.
Here's my thing, right? I want to make it a note. I will stand on this, okay? I believe body count is not good for both men and women, okay? Both. Body count, right? If you have sex with a lot of people, right? Your body count's 10, 20, 30, 50, whatever, okay? I don't think it's good for men and women. It's because here's the thing. it is foolish to think that, let's say, if I've had sex with 30 women, that none of these 30 women have damaged me in any way, okay? Most likely, out of these 30 women, a handful of them or whatever has broken my heart, has done me dirty, has whatever, okay? Has really messed up my brain in whatever way, okay? So as you gain bodies, gain experiences, those are traumas, okay? And honestly, on any kind of human being, man or women, trauma is not always a good thing. Rarely is a good thing. Yes, for men, it will push you to be better, but honestly, still, it's painful. It could get you jaded, bitter, resentful, distrusting, all that shit, okay? So body count, right? Cheating, gaining bodies, all this stuff, in my opinion, is not good for both, okay? It's not good for both men and women. But here's the thing, okay? When it comes to body count, like I said, I stand on this. Body count is not good for man and woman. But we have different standards. Both men and women have different standards. Men realize it ain't good for women. Men know that, okay? So men don't want that. Women, although they don't want a man to have a high body count they don't want to know, right? Man having a high body count, man cheating, man having a lot of women, right? They don't want it, but the problem is that they forgive it in a sense that they want men that are highly desired. They want men that are wanted by other women. So they want men that's charming, tall, good looking, wealthy, right? Really charming, really good at talking. So these men, let's put some brain cells into it. These men are highly desired. So since they're highly desired, most likely these men do have high body counts. Yo, Gillespie, thank you for stopping by, bro. But yes, that's the thing where women, in essence, yes, to their face, you're telling a woman if you had 50 bodies, they're not going to be crazy about it. But they should know, technically, right? A man that's highly desired, a man that they want, okay? Most likely he has a high body count, right? Most likely he has a high body count. Most likely he's been through a lot of relationships, been through a lot of one-night stands, had a lot of hookups, right? Most likely. These men, the baseball, the athletes, right? The entertainers, the men that are really good looking. Well, yeah, no duh. These men have been with a lot of women. So technically women are fine with men with high body counts. Men that's dealt with a lot of women. They're technically fine with it. Yes, in their face, they're not going to be. But they know that these men are technically with a lot of women.
Of society. So that in the Old Testament, it was different. But in the New Testament, that's when things kind of changed around. Jesus was like, nah, and has to excuse women because they go through a biological clock because they're emotional and they get their period at a certain time. So it's probable that they're going to wake up with an attitude, right? What can you say about the man's biology? Because he has 17 times more testosterone than a woman. So he's horny more than a woman. So he wants variety more than what a woman will look for variety for. A woman wants the top man and one man, preferably. She can only bring one kid full term a year. A man, he can impregnate, 1,000 chicks in a year if he wanted to. So that being said, women look for quality, men look for quantity, and that's our biological, ways. That's our natural proclivity. So it seems that women want men to excuse them for their biological proclivities, right? Biological tendencies, having an attitude, being emotional. But y'all won't excuse men for our biological proclivities, which wants in quantity, which means that, it's going to be a problem with our sexual fidelity.
So that's where you're kind of wrong. It all goes back to discipline, and it all goes back to, because I want to have sex just as much as a man wants to have sex. It's called discipline, it's called respect, and it's called being loyal to your partner. I look at men when I go outside, and I'm like, damn, he look good. Damn, look at his muscles. Damn, look at that. He is shining. I want to listen. We feel the same way. So
you think it's actually the same?
It is actually the same.
Okay.
That's why there are so many hoes out there. That's why there is so many people that are turning into city girls. So the fact that you guys want to deny the fact that we are just as horny as you, but you guys don't have the discipline and the respect to not give into that that feeling, that is what the problem is. So not only do we have those chemical.
First of all, no, I don't believe women are the same, because let's be honest, right? Out of the two genders, who really creates sexless marriages? Men? You think men stopping sex in relationships, or does women do? Women, okay? Women can stop sex. Women can not have sex with a man. Women can go years without even caring about sex. Men, they're tortured, okay? And here's the thing. Yes, can women indiscriminately have sex? They can, right? With just whole bunch of random men. But those, in my opinion, are broken women. They're broken. Because here's the thing. To let a man enter you, right? And maybe in some cases, finishing you, okay? They're honest men that you don't know. Just to use you, honestly, I've seen a lot of times women don't find that as all that exhilarating. Because here's the thing with a lot of women. They don't find a whole lot of gratification with every single partner, every one-night stand. A lot of times, they're not finishing. A lot of women aren't finishing on every one-night stand or every random partner. They're not. So really, I don't. Women, in my opinion, they take more enjoyment from a partner that they have a connection to. Okay, some kind of connection.
Imbalances going on in our body, but we also have the urge to go seek another man when our man is not making us feel emotionally supported or not being respectful of the fact that we don't have any say so in our chemical imbalance. So, and not only that, yes, women go outside and our man may not be, he may not have everything that we would like in our man. And we see other men driving off in all these beautiful parties and having wonderful careers and doing more for their woman and taking them on vacations and taking them on these nice trips and taking care of the kids and strolling the kids around and being so present in the relationships. But what do? We go back home to that man and we rub his head and we feed his ego and we stroke it and we stroke it and we stroke it. And so at one point we just can't take it no more. So with all that being said, it's all discipline. So men always make excuses for not having that discipline.
Okay. Well, I disagree with your presupposition. So the presupposition is that men and women experience the same horniness or the same attraction for the opposite sex the same, right? What would you have then if that's your presupposition that you're saying that it's equal? So then explain to me why over 90% of the consumer base of pornography are men. Explain why.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because we got to talk about the differences. Mm-hmm. You're saying that's the same, but I'm saying that is different. So I'm going to give stats instead of my opinion. So explain why over 90% of the consumer base that watches porn are men. Also explain why OnlyFans and all of the sex industry is the consumer base is men, right? So men pay for sexuality. Women don't pay for sexuality like men do. So just by the stats of what men are actually paying their money for, wouldn't you say that the man has a higher sexual urge than a woman does?
I'm about to tell you right now, because clearly you were able to do some research. And I don't like nobody just throwing out stats. I don't play that.
It's somewhere between.
I know it's somewhere. You see how we get real? You see what I'm saying? I made a good point. You want to give me one. But yeah, we going. So 66% of men and 39% of women. So we just going, and that's just what they calculate. In porn, that's
porn. But I'm talking about the consumer.
Okay, but you know that the stats are not correct ever because they ain't asked me, they ain't asked you, they ain't asked you, they ain't asked you. You part of that?
Yeah, I'm speaking about the entire. That was porn. I was speaking about the entire sex industry. So that's OnlyFans, that's porn, that's all of the sex sites, right?
Right.
So I'm saying that if you Google that's much higher than the women are much lower. It's more like a 90-10 ratio. So I'm saying that if men, because you're saying that your presupposition is, well, no, because you got to think about where this all started. So let's circle back and get to where we at. You're saying that men, remember, women are more emotional, so that's why, since we have this biological urge to be emotional, men should excuse it. I'm saying that men have a biological urge of quantity of wanting a lot of women, but y'all don't excuse that because it was the chat question. You said your answer to was, well, that's not correct because I think that men and women are just as horny for one another. They have the same sexual, tendencies towards one another. It's just that you said that women just tend to have more discipline. Mm-hmm. And I'm disagreeing with that. I'm saying that, well, no, women don't have more discipline. We have 17 times more testosterone than you. This is why we're more horny. Men get turned on like a light switch. Women get turned on like a dial knob. It's a slow process. I can sleep with all of you and not like you today. You wouldn't sleep with me, him, or the guy in the back. I can have 4 wives and love them all the same. You can't have 2 men and love them the same. You can only have one man. You are soiled for one man. Only one man can be your master. You can only serve one master because sex is the most ultimate form of submission for a woman. When I have sex with a woman, I dominate that woman. I don't submit to that woman. So therefore, I can dominate a multitude of women because I'm not emotionally tied to all of these women. Therefore, it proves my point that we're not more emotionally involved. We're more horny than women. You're not horny because you're picky. Oh, this guy has to qualify. The girl disqualify him because he was 5'8". Do we have a height preference? No, we ain't got no height preference. If a dude don't got no options, he don't even got a weight preference. He'll smash a 500-pound wildebeest. So my point is that no, the point.
That's the thing. Like women's drive, sex drive, is 100% not like men. 100%. Men will literally go for bottom of the barrel women, the ones and zeros. Literally, right? If a man is horny enough, desperate enough, right? He will go as low as he can for easy access. Okay? This is the thing. I've heard this quote before. It is better than my hand. Okay? Men don't care. And if worse comes to worse, right? No options. He's really horny, right? Men don't care. Literally, he will go for the worst option if it's the easiest. Okay? Women, if they're horny, they still won't go for the worst option, any kind of option they can. No, not walk out the door and pick that man and bring him in. No, they will rather go for the X, right? I've heard this so many times. Oh, I'm so horny, so I'd rather jump back to an old relationship, okay? Instead of, you know what, just picking any random man. No, a man literally will pick a random woman if he's horny enough. If she allows it, if she will definitely be easy for him to have sex with. Okay? Very different. You can see the level of drive, right? Of sexual hunger. Very different. Not saying a woman doesn't get horny, but women cannot understand the magnitude of men. Because if a woman is horny enough where she will have sex with the most bottom of the barrel man, like he's ugly, he's absolutely disgusting, okay, then that's different. But women don't. On average, women do not, because they're picky. So they have more discernment. So they have more control over their urges. Men usually they get blind, right? They will get blind by their urges.
The thing is that women, you want a guy to excuse you for your emotional imbalances because you get your period every month, and we do excuse you for that, but that's because of your biology, and that's okay. We should excuse you. But the chat question was just like, well, why aren't you excusing men? Because we have a biological urge to have sex with a lot of women, but we excuse you, but you don't excuse us. So that's what the disagreement is.
If they don't want to be excused, they can be excused by all means.
Yeah, but
that's okay.
I'm just saying that your point is that the sexuality was the same.
Right. No, but I'm telling you what me and my homegirls talking about. But if you got the answer, you got it. If we gonna continue to rock on how we rock on as women, you can rock on how you rock on as men.
Well, what's your thoughts on that? Like,
I just told you.
No, I'm saying like with
women be horny.
Yeah, but with that
we
information,
not buying porn. We don't spend our own money on most things.
Y'all don't need to buy porn because you guys have guys sitting on you 24/7. That's right. Easy.
And not only that, you don't have the urge to buy porn. Like guys,
that's what you think.
No, well, the thing is that guys would have sex with women and then even masturbate after and then watch some porn after. Most guys is just we're horny creatures, right? So, anyways, does that make sense of what I'm saying?
It makes sense, but I'm saying that you got to understand that everything you say is not going to be 100% accurate. So there is like a lot of wiggle room there. It's a lot of wiggle room. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you, I can't expect you to. I'm not a man, so a lot of the stuff you said made sense. And I feel if I was a man, I would comprehend where you're coming from. I'm not a man, so I can't say anything about how you feel. I'm just telling you how I feel and what I experience and what most of the women that I talk to we experience and when we talk about things that we would never even converse about when we were around other men. So
the point is for you to understand a man's perspective, and you know what? See the logic in, and maybe, you know what? Kind of be more accepting of men's difficulties, okay? That's the point. Understand it. Really, not just ignore it or like, oh, brush it off, which a lot of women do, right? They brush off how men feel or how men think.
So I'm just saying that's my point of view, but a lot of things you said were accurate and they made sense. You're hornier, you're going to, go the extra mile, or you don't understand why women don't give you that,
And once again, I'm not saying that it should be like this. We're just speaking about how it is.
Absolutely.
We're not speaking about how it should be. I think that, men should practice sexual fidelity and they have some sexual temperance at least. They shouldn't just be sleeping around with any and everything, right? But the point is that like we get turned on differently. Men are more hornier than women. There's so many stats out there that shows it. So it's like, yeah. But anyways, good question, Chad.
I have a question.
Sure, what's up?
Do you think a man's like a way that a man carries himself sexually has to do anything with his like maturity, mentality?
100%.
Like, do you think that like, you know, I don't know, I just feel like some men that I have met do have the control and they do have the mindset to like want to focus on one girl, not want to share around. Like they can be like horny or whatever, but like they still have that self-control. Like I have met men like that.
Yeah, I'll say.
At least
what would you say? Yeah, so
I want to go into the detail, but I guess yeah, to some because you got guys that will literally just fuck anything. And you got guys that are picky that won't. You know what I'm saying? So I know both sides of the coin. Where you have guys where they'll take anything that throws up.
But the guy's mindset, like how he thinks about it. Like would you say like this is what I observed, and I feel like this is what I believe, but I feel like men who are attractive that like get a lot of girls and have a lot of power, like they feel like they can, you know, like do what they want, like be more sexual. But
what do you mean do what they want? Like in terms of what? Like
I got you. So just
you know
to
what I
explain
mean?
it, I'll explain
like what
briefly.
you were saying about like how they don't want to attach like emotionally, but you know some men feel free to, you know, go around and, you know, do their thing when like I personally believe that like Adam and Eve, like it should be like.
Let me ask you a question, Brie.
Yeah.
So when did you start receiving like male attention when did you start receiving attention from the opposite sex? Like how old were you? Because you're 19 now, so when did that start for you? Like you were actually, when did it, not just attention, but when was it like maybe overwhelming? It's like all of these guys just like looking at me, like what's going on?
So when I was my original size and I didn't lose weight, I do honestly think that I had more guy friends, but they were friends. And it was more like, I feel like my personality was more fun.
I'm talking about like attention. Like when did you start receiving sexual attention from guys?
Sexual attention.
Like she looked good, like I like her.
Like
type of thing.
15, 16.
15, 16, right? And that sexual attention you started receiving from men, it was like direct. Like you knew like this guy, he most likely likes me.
Yeah.
This guy, he most likely.
Yeah.
So you knew from a young age that, you know, you had value because the opposite sex liked you. And not just like one guy, but like multiple guys and like random guys.
But I feel like
Me and him, I'm going to explain the differences to you. Women live a different life than men live, right? So you live life on easy mode when it comes to attracting the opposite sex. Me and him, we didn't experience that, right? We have to earn our value. You were born with your sexual value, right? So this is why when men actually earn their sexual value, it takes time. You have to be disciplined and be in the gym and work out and be, you know, competent to a degree to, you know, make money and do a whole lot of things. We have to achieve higher goals. And when we reach a level, we get more attention from the opposite sex. So when we have options, how can you, right, the person that was born with your sexual value, right, how can you tell a man to have maybe some sexual temperance when you were born with your sexual value and the guy had to earn his sexual value? Like you live an entirely different life than that guy. So I'm saying that men are basically only as faithful as their options, generally speaking. So the less, like you'll say like, oh, this guy, he seems like he has a lot of discipline.
I do agree, right? I do agree that men are only as faithful to a certain degree, right? By their options. I do agree in that sense, right? Because here's the thing. I mean, honestly, there is self-control, right? But most men, right, I believe if they had the abundance, right? Like women are, this is the thing. There's different, these are different lives, right? Where women are I've seen it. I've seen quality men, right? Probably the top 20% of men, right? Women are literally, right? Hounding these men, like getting their numbers, like touching them, all this stuff. So if that level of interaction was happening to average men, very few, even he could be the most morally sound man. Very few men would not break. So it is definitely understandable, right? You have to have such a high level of discipline, right? High level of self-control. And I do not fault even the good men that will break.
Yeah, well, he probably has no options. He has no choice but to be disciplined because he can't get no poon. Make sense?
Yeah.
But once the nigga gets some options, then that's when you'll see, like, is he really disciplined? And it's much, much harder for a man to. Martin Luther King wasn't disciplined.
Is any man disciplined when you really think about it? I mean, they say that there's some beautiful men out there, but
He had no discipline. But anyways, good question. Any other questions? I see y'all smiling over here laughing. And once again, I'm speaking about how it is, not how it should be.
absolutely.
Nothing. Okay, cool. Let's get to super chats. We got maybe I gotta have a hot girl. So I gotta experience, right? I gotta experience men to find that one man. And when I really want, I have to experience men. So the question is, would you disclose your number of men that you dealt with to your future husband if it's because you found him?
If I found him,
Like, think about it. Say in the future, right? How can I word it better? You're single right now. Say you find a guy that's masculine, right? And girls like to say, generally speaking, girls like to say, well, I had to like meet all of those guys and deal with those guys to find you, right? So now when you find that man, would you disclose your body count to him? Because it's like, well, I got here because of all those other guys. So, you know what I'm saying?
right? And are you saying if I think he's like the one?
Yeah, if he's the one, would you disclose his body count?
Why not? Because if you are supposed to be the one, why can't you be honest with each other and not judge each other from the past?
Okay, fair enough. What about you?
Yeah.
You would?
I'm lying. What's up, then? We gonna
I
get
am not lying.
Oh, God. They lying. Okay. What about you, Gianna? No
I guess-
crazy.
Goes back and forth. Like, yeah, you could tell them, but what's the point in telling them when you're with the right person in the right moment? Just live in the moment, enjoy the person. It's not really necessary. You're looking back in the past. Is the past really necessary to go back on? Because we're in the present and working towards a great future.
Yeah.
So why does the past have anything to do with what's happening right now?
We'll get to that.
You wanted to answer that?
So you said, why does the past, say that again? Why does,
Why do you necessarily have to bring
and weed out the ones that aren't worth their bodies, such as, a temper to you. So body count matters to us now. Body count doesn't matter to you ladies because you guys all want guys that are sexually experienced. You guys prefer guys to have sexually experienced. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It's not
and-
all of us.
no, so
Like, I
okay.
wouldn't have a problem, teaching someone like what I like.
She's 19. You saw that? You saw it? Because yeah,
Like, but yes, like in perspective, like
Again, coming from the woman that said she want a dominant man, she want a masculine man, but she would be fine with teaching a man what she wants in the bed. Okay, I it's rare, if any, I don't even think any, for a virgin to be masculine, in my opinion. Okay, because you haven't gone through life. You haven't experienced life enough, because most likely, I don't know a 40-year-old, I mean, there probably is, but rare to see a 40-year-old man that's a virgin and he's masculine. So
there's like I feel like there's a different perspective to it. Like, yeah, like you want them to know what they want.
Girls
But like
also play-
but like if I were to meet the perfect man, like the one like I know I want, and he's a virgin, I wouldn't mind at all. Be like, you know what?
What if he never made you come orgasm, nothing? You're gonna end, but
Bye.
then
You
and then you're
know,
gonna
it
be.
comes with learning, and it takes time to like know how to work it.
Don't take that. They don't take that long. How long is time? They don't take no months or
I'm
years.
just trying to be nice about it. Like,
Stop trying to do that. This is no fugazi.
right.
No fugazi.
But like just saying, like
A
I
lot
want
of
the
girls
perfect man in my life.
But my sex is trash. You're gonna go to Grace like, yo, Grace, he's a good guy, but
That's it. I don't know how much bodies he got. He don't need to worry about how many bodies I got.
Okay, so you're not disclosing.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So studies show, because I like to give statistics here on the podcast. I mean, this is not my question, but I'm just be having information, right? But studies pretty much was made, and researchers found out that when women who cheat in a relationship, has 230% more sexual partners than women who don't cheat in a relationship. So that means that proves that body count matters, right? So I'll say it again. Women who cheat in a relationship, so the women that are cheating, right? Those women have 230% more sexual partners than women who don't cheat in a relationship. So this means that body count matters because the people that cheat in a relationship has more bodies, so they're more likely to do it. People like to say, well, if the woman wasn't cheating, she could have fear of missing out. That's nonsense, right? Well, she's more likely to cheat. That's backwards thinking, right? So, yeah, that's a fact.
so that leads to the next question.
Survey taken in Iowa.
So have any of you ladies ever cheated on your boyfriends? Don't lie.
No.
I don't cheat. I'm gonna break up with you.
I never cheated. On
I've cheated before, but I just
Okay, thank you for keeping up to Daisy.
Okay, let's. Any questions, ladies? I'm gonna get to the super chats real quick, and then we're gonna get to some fun stuff. No questions.
Was
Anyone?
my
No.
back on the
Sure.
question real quick that you asked? I guess not like mine's extreme, to be honest. Like I'll say it with my chest, but
No, I agree with. I mean, if a chick don't say her body count, preferably, most guys don't even ask.
right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
I've never had
We're kind of just having conversations from the
Well,
chat,
yeah.
but like truthfully, guys don't ask.
exactly. And like, why are you asking? You know,
I would say if you have to ask, you should be with her.
right. Exactly my
Like, me
point.
personally,
Yeah,
I
you
don't ask
should.
because I don't want to hear answers I don't like.
Yeah.
I can't handle the truth. So, and I'm gonna look at you differently. I'm not gonna want to fuck with you. So I just don't ask.
Exactly. Then you're
I just want to believe that you don't have a lot. And
But also, guys that's good with girls, they can, look at the red flags.
Exactly.
They can assess the woman and say, too many tattoos, too many this, too many that. You probably got a higher body count than usual.
I mean,
It's a multitude of things,
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
tattoos.
right.
1 to 10.
Yeah, still 1 to 10. That's way better.
I
Still 1 to
said
10.
1 to 5. Let's just do 1 to 10. Go ahead.
Who am I starting?
You do whoever first.
Oh shit.
8.5.
That's the cut, bro. You did get the cut.
I was happy.
You got the shape up. Are you
I
crispy
was
right
happy
now?
with a 5.
You crispy right now. Crispy.
Thank you. Please.
Oh, yeah, you gotta keep going.
Oh, I gotta do coolie.
Ooh, short guy's winning.
That's a first. You know,
Yeah.
another one.
Go ahead, Bray.
I'm gonna have to give you a 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
and Cooley, I'm gonna have to give you a 9.
Okay, fair enough. What about you?
You guys are both 10s. Amazing men. Great.
Safe answer.
That's a safe
Amazing.
answer.
I love how you.
But
She got a man. Safe
Oh,
answer.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like that. You think I am.
What about you?
Excuse me and go to Jana.
You got a
I'm
rate.
still
us.
analyzing.
No.
I'm still analyzing.
No, you gotta go. We go in rotation. This is
Okay.
analyze
All
now.
right.
Forget time.
This is just
Holiday tone, bro. Call your fault.
This is just looks, because you sound like you know us for years.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just looks?
Yeah,
Just looks, just looks.
Oh, okay. 8.5.
And I'm short too. Damn, that's not.
Woman.
Okay, and why? And just say why.
I'm gonna I feel like I'm very equal. Like I'm here for equality. I think that if I'm in a relationship, we're both the prize. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna say one sex is better than the other, because there is no better than the other. We're both here. We both have our own roles on this earth. You know what I mean?
If a gun was to your head and you had to choose one, who's the prize?
So if a gun was to my head and I had to choose if men or women are better, then
No, just who's the prize in the relationship. I guess if you interpret prize as better, that's fine too.
I guess I feel like by how the world has made us perceive things. What's the word?
So what do you think? Not the word.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I forget the one. Don't worry about it. I do think that women.
Okay, wait.
Okay, that's totally fine.
All right.
And ladies, I want y'all to just whatever you think, just say it.
Just say
It
it.
don't even matter. Yeah, just say
It
it.
ain't Jesus.
Yeah,
You just niggas.
yeah, we just regular.
You
know,
Regular niggas.
nice. You know,
We may, I mean, I've been on here before, but we may, ask you to elaborate on things or then give our perspective or ask you questions to see why you perceive things that way. But other than that, it's just a question. What about you? Who's the prize?
y'all the ones paying. Y'all the ones who be spending that. Y'all the ones who be giving up the prize money. So I must be prize. What you talking about?
Okay, so your answer is you must be the prize. The ladies must be the prize since we spending the money on the ladies. All right, what about you?
We're obviously the prize. We're the ones who, hold the baby for 9 months, give you your kids, have the family. So, we're the prize. You gotta earn it.
Okay.
For us, so.
What about you?
Okay, logically as women, but if we're being more serious, I would say as men, I feel like a man could do more for a woman than a woman can do for a man. So when you're looking for something, it's just if I got what you want and you got what I want, we both the prize. So
I love it.
But who would you choose?
I got you like the answer.
Yo, I mean, all right, I say man. If I had to choose between a woman and a man, I would not want to go with a woman because a woman can't do what a man can do.
Okay, all right. Now what about you? Who's the prize?
Hey, no.
The woman. If that's to choose one, the woman.
Okay, wait, no, and I'm not.
I'm upside down. Y'all be coming for her all day.
You wasn't coming for
Yeah,
Nook.
my new work move.
No one was coming for Nook.
Go
Nook
ahead,
is-
fry your ass
No,
up.
how old are you again? How old are you again?
21.
Oh, 21. You heard that?
So no, I have nothing yet. What do y'all think about what she said?
Yeah, what do you think? Jennifer, what do you think what she said?
Genuinely, I know I ain't really no prize, but hey, no, I'm just joking. I'm a prize, but
What do you think?
I have so much to say. It's a topic that I can go on and on about. Like,
Keep it
I
brief,
honestly
Jenna.
feel like we both bring things to the table. That is the purpose of every conversation we have. No, I mean, obviously, the man, we need so much from our men, but you also need so much from your woman in order for it to work to balance.
Yeah, well,
It's a balance of the
Jada, I got a question for you.
It's a seesaw, baby.
We do need
I
women.
got a question for you. You said that the woman is the prize because the men pay the money for the woman. I'm just going to based on what you said, right? So logically looking at it, men have to, they are protecting and providing, right? So they're paying money on a first date. So obviously you're looking at it that the woman must be the prize. Now, what do you say? Here's my question. What do you say about the man? He has to earn the money in order to pay for the woman.
Right.
The woman won't choose the man if he doesn't have the money to spend on her. So wouldn't you say that since women don't even choose a man, that if he ain't got no money, if he a brokey, what do you say that the man must be the prize since you're looking for that valuable man for him to spend the money on you?
You want it to go your way, babes. It's not.
But
Okay?
what would you say about that?
F all that. Okay. First of all, where are these men with all this money that y'all be talking about? I met my friends in college. We were poor, scraping up change for KFC. I have literally been with black. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't say. I have been with broke men, and it was not a problem. It's about swag, babes. It's about how you. So a man is the prize just as much as a woman is the prize. I'm not taking any. I was joking at first, but I'm not taking nothing from either because I need my man. I don't like to pay bills. I don't like to get up and have to figure out how I'm going to fix my tire. I don't like to bring my own groceries. I don't like to do none of that. But at the same time, he don't like to do half the stuff that I do. So we both value each other.
The point is rarity, right? Rarity, desirability. Okay. She says, yeah, okay, fine. She's been with broke men, but where are they now? These men don't last. So really, yes, these men aren't the prize because you know what? They didn't last. They weren't desired. They weren't that special. This is the thing where the men because for women, right, out of the two genders, men, women are a whole lot more pickier than men. Whole lot more pickier. Honestly, women, let's say this. Since they're so picky, the man that can like check so many of those boxes, he's rare. He's a rare man. And here's the thing with a lot of women, where honestly, a lot of women are carbon copies of themselves. They're no different than the next woman, right? Yes, their beauty level is maybe a bit different, but honestly, most men find most women beautiful. Plain and simple, okay? Yes, she's not bad looking, but again, honestly, she's not better than the next, or there's always someone that's equal to you in beauty or better, okay? For the man that may meet your standards, like you leave him, it don't mean that you will easily find another one, right? That's the difference. Yes, because this is the thing, it's dependent on the woman and her standards, right? If she's after a rare man, then most definitely he is the prize. Have some self-reflection, because again, you are asking for a rare man. When honestly, most women aren't rare women. They're not, right? They're no different than the next woman. Oh, I can cook, I can clean. Yeah, like most women. I'm beautiful. Yeah, like most women. I have a box. I like sex. Yeah, like most women. So really, the things that they say, right? I bring peace to a man, or I'm loving, I'm nurturing. Yeah, like most women. Most men cannot provide, right? Most men aren't charming. Most men aren't over 6 foot. Most men aren't the men that these women want are rare men. So in all honesty, it's usually men. I would say that if you're talking about average men, yes, I would say straight up, average men aren't the prize. Okay, they're not, because if they were, they'd be highly desired. They're not. It's the men that these women want, the top 20%. These men are the prize, right? That's me being blunt. Most men, average men, they're not the prize, right? They're good men. I think they're suitable candidates for relationships, but they're not highly desired by women.
That's just it. And anytime that he's feeling like he needs to get his rocks off, I'm there. You know, anytime I feel like I need to
Cry on the shoulder.
go shopping, you know, he's there. So I really don't know how to answer that question because I really feel like people are losing the fact that we need each other. We were made for each other. We have to learn how to understand each other a little bit more, and we'll all be fine if we stop using each other. It's not about using each other.
Okay.
I agree.
What would you say about? Well, tell me if you agree to this statement.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree that women are born with their sexual value and men have to create their sexual value?
Maybe I really don't
You know
know
what he
because
means?
again, like
You know what he means by that?
Yeah, I've
yeah,
said it
like
before.
no,
You know what I
he
mean?
said you said it before. So
Do you agree to that or not?
I partially agree because I understand that I'm going to be I'm going to attract a man based off of, you know, like that's why women cover up in certain cultures or whatever, because we know that we're going to be sexualized all the time. So we are born with it, correct?
Born with it.
But a man that takes care of himself is going to get the same thing. One of my homeboys, his name is Robbie XL. This big, tatted up, light skinned dude. We went to the same college. When I tell you, he go outside and he gets catcalled. Most of the men that I see that have nice bodies, women are throwing coochie at them. Stop acting like.
But okay, most of the men that have nice bodies, women are throwing coochie at them. But most men don't have nice bodies. Those are different. Those are two different things. Okay. Yes, most men that are good looking, yes, women are desiring them. But most men aren't good looking. By dating statistics, most women find most men unattractive. Okay. Here's the problem with this woman. Okay. She's blinded by only her surroundings. Okay. The men that, honestly, right? Women at certain caliber, they only surround themselves with certain types of men. Right. They only surround themselves with, let's say, maybe good looking men, maybe six-figure men. Right. Usually women are not surrounding themselves with such a wide range of different types of men, right? The bottom of the barrel men, the fat men, the tall, the short men, they're not really doing that, right? Usually, if a woman is at a certain caliber herself, she's usually surrounded by a certain caliber of men themselves, right? So that's the not grounded, right, in the way she's thinking, because she's blinded by average men, by other types of men.
You don't know that. Don't a lot of coochie get thrown at you, or a lot of women are coming up to you like, oh, you're a good looking man. Oh, you this or you that. You take your shirt off on South Beach, and you know, so you have the same thing. You just cannot. You be acting a little in denial sometimes.
No, so well, think about the answer you just said. You said you used an example of your friend that has tattoos that's buff.
Yeah,
right?
right. Okay.
He had to work because he wasn't getting buff. So he still had to earn his value. I'm saying that women don't have to do anything. They wake up in the morning and niggas be like, I want you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You could go to Walmart with some baggy sweats. You can go to Walmart and everything the homeless woman is wearing, you could change outfits with her, walk into Walmart, and niggas still don't have it. So all of y'all can. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that you're born with your value. We have to create our value. Since we have to create our value, wouldn't that mean the person that, put it like this, forget that. Let's just go with, who do you respect more? The trust fund baby or the self-made millionaire?
Absolutely, but you also say
wait. Who do you respect more? Who would you respect more and trust with your money?
The one I got it out the mud.
The one I got it. Okay, the one I had to work for to earn it, right? So that person will be put up here more. So we're saying that who's the prize? The man had to earn his value, so he's put up here more. You were born with your value, right? So if we look at it logically, that's why it's God over man, man over woman, woman over children. Because first is God, then it's the man, then it's the woman, then it's the children.
I agree.
Yeah.
Dang, you got me. Fine.
All right, got it. Conceded. What about you? She like, God dang.
Yeah.
No. Once I put the glasses on, bro, it seemed like the vibe changed, man. Who knows? But we lit right now. It's about to be, it's 12:30. We got some food back there, right? All right, cool, we gotta eat. But anyways, let's get to another question. Ladies, y'all got any questions for me? Or for the chat? For anyone? For on the panel?
I don't want to be the only one
I'll
talking.
put it on camera too, real quick. It's good? It's good. Okay.
Come on,
let's
ladies.
get to super chat.
Come on, ladies. Have a great show.
We got
The problem is she's used to being on podcasts. I've seen her on other things, so she's used to talking.
Von BR Righteous. He sent in $5. He says,
"Waiting for you, and I will see y'all soon."
Edward sends in $20. Yo, appreciate the support, man. He says, "What do you ladies consider baggage in a guy? Kids, mamas, boys, etc., and why?"
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. What do you consider baggage in a man?
Come on, girl. Come with.
Let's start with Gianna. What do you consider baggage?
Let's see.
No fugazi.
Keep it no fugazi.
Past trauma and kids. That's it. Nothing really else.
No, past trauma and kids.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I'll say being emotionally unstable.
Okay, being emotionally unstable is baggage.
Yeah.
I guess that's like, all right. What about you, Grace?
Kind of the same, like not in tune with who they are.
You want to answer?
Like, I think sometimes they try and be something they think we want to see, but
Instead of being themselves.
yeah.
Mm.
And then I think lies can be told. Just honesty isn't there. They're trying to be something else. But that could also be from like past relationships.
Oh, okay. What about you, Bray?
Trying to just things that would like really bother me. I feel like
Like baggage, yeah.
yeah, like I feel like if I was talking to somebody who just had a newborn, like a baby,
Yeah.
that would be too much. Or if they're not sure what they want, like I feel like if like you don't really know what you want, then it's kind of like
You know, sometimes it's hard to watch a lot of these because a lot of these women are boring, right? A lot of these women don't push conversations. This is the thing where, you know, this is a very showing where you wonder why, you know, when you have, and I've been there, right? Where let's say you are texting with a woman, okay? Like online dating, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys have been there, where women do not help push the conversation along. And in my opinion, there's not enough truly educated women, okay, or truly very more mentally stimulating, right? I don't think a lot of women are mentally stimulating, in my opinion. I really don't. Okay, let's say out of this whole panel, even though I wouldn't say she's mentally stimulating, but at least she's trying to push the conversation along. The others are practically dull as shit.
They're indecisive
yeah.
with their decisions. Okay, what about you, Jada?
Don't bring up insecurities from your past relationship over here. I don't know what that skeezer to you, but that's not my business. If she was a cheating, lying, conniving hoe, you not about to treat me the way you treated her because she broke your heart. That is not my problem. We got a clean slate here. So that's baggage for me. I don't whatever you got going on, we ain't gonna work out if you're gonna keep making me pay for the mistakes your ex made.
Women usually do that.
You know what? Can we have anything? Can we have anything? Can somebody say you guys gotta say something nice about women before we leave this podcast? So I'm not gonna
Everything we say nice is about women. What do we say mean about women?
No, I want a real compliment. Like I want you guys to just go full throttle about how great women are and why. These are the reasons why.
Y'all can bring up those conversations.
Okay, but yeah, just give me 5 things that you love about women in general when it comes to them being in a relationship.
Men are simple.
That's it.
Beautiful and shut up.
So you don't care about a woman's period. You don't care about a
Yeah, woman is great. Of course, there's so many great things about a woman. But you just asked me a quick question. I'm saying
that question, I'll give you 5.
Entertainment.
Give her 5.
Okay, for me,
Entertaining good.
yeah.
Juicy.
Okay, obviously loyal. That's a big one for guys. That's all men will say loyal. Me, good personality. We got to be able to talk, joke, have fun, all that. Supporting whatever it is I'm pursuing, like having my back, giving me pointers, giving me like, just helping with ideas.
Right.
That, I like to eat. I'm hungry right now. Cook for me. I really do love food.
Mm-hmm.
Homemade pasta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the last one is just not yucking my young. Meaning, don't get if I like something, exactly like embrace what I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll be my 5.
Do you think women often do those things that you say?
If she likes you, hell yeah. She gotta like it. She don't like you, she
That's
don't do
simple.
that.
That's femininity.
You know that, Ken.
Right, yeah. If a woman genuinely likes you, she's gonna be all of those things.
Baby, your dreams become mine when I like you. When a woman loves you,
Right,
we will ride to the wheels fall off.
Right.
That's why it's so important when it comes to the not having to dip your dick everywhere else.
Right.
That's so important because it's like, bro, you ain't got nothing going on right now for real, but I love you. I love you.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's
painful.
many great things about women.
This is so painful
we
for
could go, no, it's not painful. I'm just saying we can go on and on. But you didn't ask like an actual question. That's why you're kind of insinuating that we're not talking good about women. Where y'all can ask any questions y'all want. You're not asking those questions. Now you ask a question, you answer. I'll give an actual answer to you. Women are beautiful. All women are, because you're pouring with. No matter what I rate you, another guy is gonna think you're a 10 because he got no options, right? Doesn't matter what I rate you, but from that standpoint, you're beautiful. You're born with your value. You give birth. Every person on this world living and breathing is because a woman birthed those kids, had those babies. Also, men are simple. In a man's eyes, it's the very simple things about a woman that just makes her life better. A smile makes a man's day better. Like, we don't need too much. So you ask a question, it's really not a complex question for us. It's like, just be you. Just be feminine. We don't look for much. We don't care about you working. We don't really care about your personality because we watch the game with our boys. Like he said personality, but truthfully, even if he's being honest, I can speak for him because I knew him since I was 19. It's like, bro, he'd rather a chick listen, because I'm trying to just give you direct answers. He'd rather a chick listen than be funny. Freak the funniness. You don't give a freak about your personality. If you can listen to me, that's going to go a long way. In the Bible, if you know, you're better off sleeping in a roof of your home than in a house with a quarrelsome woman. That's a woman that's not listening. So obviously, if we peel back the layer, just listen. That's very simple. And then also be a man's cheerleader. I think that most women, the one beautiful thing about women, when she really likes a man, like really likes a man, she admires that man and looks up to him, every other guy's invisible. But it isn't the opposite with a man. Right? It doesn't matter how beautiful you are. It's other girls visible. You know what I'm saying? But when you truly are in love with that man and cherish him, other guys is a see-through. For real.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing about women. Any other ladies, any questions?
I do have a question.
Sure.
Would you say that like so this is comparing like women who work out and like regular women, like would you say like depending on if you work out or not, like you can get a certain man interest, like how do I say this? Do men that like women work out, do they have a different type of like taste, if that makes sense? Like would you say do you guys know?
I know what you're saying.
Like I just can't say
it's different for men because there's girls that don't have to work out. They got a little waist, wide hips, a fat booty, and she don't have to do anything. She just got it like that. So it's not about the working out. It's just about how you look. Like we just look at, you know how you look at the end product in a guy? Like it doesn't matter about his struggles. Like that's why you disqualify broke guys. You disqualify guys that don't have the confidence and don't know how to convey themselves with other women, or guys that's 5'8". You disqualify so many guys. You wait at the finish line and you only give attention to the winners. So you look at the end product in the guy, the masculinity in the guy. Those are the guys that get your attention. We tend to look at the end product of a woman. It don't matter if she got there by working out. It don't got there if she just regularly, naturally, and beautiful. I do think that if a woman is working out, it does show a trait just like every human trait. It's just discipline, acting despite how you feel, because no one truly wants to work out, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's good. That's a good characteristic trait. But generally speaking, like we just look at the end product. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Yeah.
Like, what do you guys feel about women who are like muscular, like strong?
I mean, girls really don't be strong. They be working out. They don't be that strong.
Sometimes there is like
that's a preference, though.
Yeah, that's a preference. Like this girl have too much muscle, and this guy got light backs. I've seen this girl who have a little bit of muscle, and
it's kind of like generally speaking, most guys like a soft woman. They'll rather like a soft butt that jiggles if you touch it, rather than a firm butt that you break your finger if you touch it.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the statistics, but I've also learned that like big women, they be having the best men. You ever see my sisters in my life? They be having a rider, right?
You talking about Big Tammy?
Oh yeah,
Big Tammy.
Every time I meet a thick girl, big girl, they be having some. They hold it down. I don't know if they be hungry, they be eating stuff, but
well, I mean, maybe
body is more of like a
preference.
Absolutely.
So, chat. I see y'all in here. Y'all going in mad super chats, but.
That's the thing, right?
Like a woman to submit to us, and this is what she just said, like the fat women having those, good men. It's like all women can have good men. They just don't want the good men. They don't choose these men. Like the men that these women, like the fat women chose. The ones that aren't fat, they're not choosing these men. Okay, it's usually because these bigger women have less options, okay? So they're honestly choosing what they can get. The men that they choose, honestly, don't have the option. So they are also getting with the women that they can get. And they're appreciating, right, what they can get. So they are good. These men treat these women very well because, honestly, they know if they can't get this woman, they ain't getting any other ones. Women would have the probability of submitting to us and complying pretty much and following our lead. It would be the younger chick. So
would either of you say that you're misogynist?
No, misogynist is the hatred of women.
Not fully hatred. It's just like a person.
I don't hate women.
Yeah, no.
I don't think you guys hate them, but I was just asking if you feel like you.
I mean, y'all got this shit that I don't like that y'all do, but I don't hate y'all.
Sure.
Do you think that women are? Would you say that you are misandrous?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Women bash men way more than men bash women. If you ain't this, if you don't got this,
how do you
don't look
think
like
here?
that.
This show should be called "We Hate the Host." Like,
Let me ask you a question, right? So look at this. Let's speak logically about this. You said something, and you said that. Well,
Here's the thing, right? Controversial opinion. I think 90%, maybe even 95%, of men that makes content, right? Men that makes content in the manosphere, red pill, whatever, they are not misogynistic, okay? They are not misogynistic. They do not hate women. They do not have disdain or whatever for women. They don't, okay? They don't. Even if they say certain words, they don't really hate women, okay? Hating, like, holding women accountable for their actions, for their words, right? For how they treat people, okay? It's not hating. So there was this let's say a Kendra G show I was doing, right? The woman said, "Oh, I don't want ugly men." And in my opinion, if I call her like a 2, a 3, right? Is that hating me? Because here's the thing. If you're going to throw stones, you better be ready to receive some yourself, okay? And it's not hating, right? A lot of times, if you speak facts, a lot of people think it's hate, right? If you hold people accountable for their words, for their actions, people think it's hate, right? If you don't let things slide, if you don't validate people's feelings, if you don't like cater to them, pander to them, then it's hating. I believe most males' content, right? Most men's content, the content creators, right? Men in the manosphere, passport, red pill, whatever, okay? They don't hate women. Their content is really not about hating women. It's about holding women accountable for their actions, for their words. And a lot of times, speaking logic, dissecting, giving a point of view, giving your opinion. Like, it's not about hate. It's about, expressing your opinion, having a thought. Okay.
You pretty much, this podcast should be, bashing women, stuff like that, right? So let's speak logically about this. Who has higher standards?
Women.
I'm speaking to Jada. Who has higher standards?
Thank you, Grace.
I don't even know. I don't really even know. I think
You do
everybody.
know.
I don't know. Everybody is different.
Grace.
Women. I don't know.
In general.
Not Grace. I mean, Jada. Who has higher standards? Who has more standards? An opposite sex, women, right? So what do you say? That since, because the conversation is who's misandrous or who's misogynistic, right? So that would be, and he made a point. Your point was, what was it again, Ease? It was, well, women want more out of men than we want out of women, right? So that means that you're looking more from us than
What
we
is
are
it that
looking
women
from you.
want? Tell us what they
So let me
want.
finish, right? So you disagree that women have more standards.
I mean, you made me agree. You walked me to it. You held my hand and you said,
Nobody
you
did
say this or
I
we
didn't
gonna
say
move
that.
on.
No, that's
That's
not
how
what you said.
everything goes here. It's like
No,
you want to
well,
believe everything
it's like yes or no.
that you believe.
Yes or no answers. Do you agree or not agree?
I mean, I didn't really fully agree, but fine.
Nobody's
Women have
making you
more
agree or
standards.
disagree.
Well, then elaborate.
No, I
That's
like to put a
fine.
gun to your head and say, agree with this. Nobody makes you agree or disagree with anything.
Who you think got more standards, men or women?
I don't think there's more. It depends on the person because I don't know what you're saying that men are saying they just want this and just want that. It's not that simple because you always want another woman. What are you looking for in that woman? So you want 6 women that got the same stuff going on. So what really else are you looking for? You're never satisfied. So clearly there's more that you're looking for that you're just not being honest about.
You said it.
Okay, so who has more standards?
You know what? That give me a finger.
I was asking a question. Who has more
Pass
standards?
me a wing and I'll tell you. I really, based off what I said, I think that I really don't have an answer. And that's just me
Okay,
being
so-
honest. I don't have an
Gotcha.
answer.
So now I have another question. It's okay that
Okay,
you don't
sure.
have an answer. It's totally fine.
Mhm.
So, who looks for more things from the opposite sex? I just got to reword the question. Who looks for more things from the opposite sex than the other? Does the man look for more things? Let's just start with the courting process. When a man approaches a woman and a woman and a woman gets approached, does the man look at all of these? Does the man look at, does she have a job? Does she drive a nice car? Is she a height preference? Is she this?
That might be
he
our
just looks at-
list,
Okay, so
but
that's
your list is just different. So it's not who has more or less. It's really just different things that
The
you're looking
question is who has more and who has less. That's the
Yeah.
All
question.
right, fine. Since I have to say women do, then fine.
No, you don't
I'll
have
just
to
say
say
that.
that.
I don't agree. I don't think that.
well. I want you
I
to
think men have
elaborate. I
higher
want you to
standards.
explain how.
I can see why she has a boyfriend, only because of her looks. Right? I think it's mainly because of her looks. Because if this is how combative she is, right? How hard to talk to she is. Honestly, I'm really surprised that the man she has actually have decent conversations with this woman. I'm sorry. I honestly believe a lot of men will ignore everything else as long as she looks good and she's giving it to him often. Right? She cooks, she cleans, like so basic, right? Cook, clean, looks good, gives it to him often. I don't care what personality you have. I don't care if you can't talk a lick, right? I don't care if your personality is a doormat. I don't care if your personality is a wall. And a lot of men just don't care. And it shows, because a woman like this, who are so hard to talk to, you cannot be getting with her because of her personality.
Men has more
Because
standards.
listen, you guys always say that a woman needs to bring so many things to the table. She has to know how to freaking read your mind, basically. So that's impossible. You
I've
guys,
never heard of men say that.
well, I have.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I just don't think that women have more standards. I just think that we look for different things. If it is just a man that is able to provide and be like emotionally like available, and some have a high preference, some don't. Like it just all depends on that person. So again, I don't fully agree with what you're saying, but that's okay. You know, I'm just saying I just don't think that women like
Women are
officially have higher.
Women
more
are very
standards.
vocal about what they want out of a man. They're very loud about it, and it's
So
always a long list. Everybody
Maybe
knows
it's
that.
just
That's
the
not big
women you
dumb.
guys
I
talk
don't
to.
think that's
Just in general, for what I see on the internet, because social media is a big thing. Social media is a big thing, so it's so easy to see on a post what women want because they vocalize it all the time.
Yeah.
Height, money, race. You know what I mean? The clothes. You know how you talk, looks. Whereas guys want food, sex, and loyalty.
That's
That's it.
I feel like it's loyalty. We want someone who's clean, that we can trust, and that
Okay, I'll just get to it, ladies, because I mean, y'all living in La La Land right now.
No,
So,
we're not.
I mean, over here, it is La La Land. You know, I'll let you go too, Gianna. You know clear and well that women have more standards than men. The man that you chose, your boyfriend, you look for, you had exes, but you're with your boyfriend now. And I'm sure your boyfriend is doing much better than your exes. You know why he's doing much better? Because he's more adequate. He has his stuff together. He's more emotionally intelligent. He can regulate his emotions better. You chose a man that's just doing better in no regards from other men that wasn't doing better, right? Men were simple creatures. We don't compare and contrast how women compare and contrast. What woman can give me sex and listen? That's all. We don't look for much, but you look for competence. You look for social skills. You look for the ability to make money. You don't want to say money because you don't want to seem like a gold digger, but you'll say, I want him to have ambition, right? To be assertive. Well, that if you peel back the layer, that's for him to have the ability to somewhere in the future to make money. So women have a lot more standards. So we're speaking about misogynistic and misandry. You said this podcast is like a misogynistic podcast. He brought up saying, well, how is it misogynistic if the women, like that's the hatred of things, and then you try to figure, well, it's not really hatred, but it's like, you know, the things that you want from the opposite sex. So he brought that up, and he's saying that, well, women want more things from a man, but we want less. And we're saying the things that we want that's less in a woman, but you're just not happy with it. So we're not misogynistic, we're being truthful. We want sex, submissiveness, and shut the freak up. That's what we want. But you get mad at our preferences.
I'm not mad.
We don't get mad at your preferences.
she's just
I'm
trying to
asking
say.
why you need multiple women then because you do
No
have
one
one
said
that does that.
No one said that though.
You just said you could. It was more than having one woman that does it all. You said
And not most. This is the thing, right? Here's the thing. Most men can't do it, right? Most men don't have multiple women. Most men, this again, when these men, like, this is the thing where I hate this thing, right? Where a lot of women, okay, let's say the fresh and fit guys, they think that these men are like every man, right? They think these hosts are like every man. No, usually, right, these men that host these podcasts or whatever, usually these men have gotten to a point where, honestly, they are above most men. These men are usually above most men, either in looks, sometimes in both looks and money, and person, and like charm, okay? These men are well above most men. Most men don't have multiple women. Most men aren't cheating there. It's not like most men don't go into a relationship and then start cheating. Most men don't, okay? That's the thing. He's saying that, yes, men's biology, men's instinct is, yes, to have sex with a lot of women, but most men don't do it, right? Most men don't have the options to do it, nor do they maybe even desire to do it if they're in a good relationship. So really, this is the thing where women got to understand, right? Stop comparing certain type of men to most men.
five, right? Or whatever the question was. I don't give a damn. You answered it. Okay, so you really want somebody to be yelling. That's what I said.
Answered it.
Okay, fine. But like I said, all those yelling and hollering.
Yo, Blue, you're coming by. Thank you for stopping by, bro.
So it's not gonna intimidate me, okay?
No, I'm not trying to
What I'm
intimidate
trying
you.
to tell you is, why do y'all always need more, even when you have the perfect women? And then what do? You boo hoo and cry and go back, get on your hands and knees, asking this woman not to leave you when you get caught up. But that's the same topic because I'm
That's not the
asking,
topic.
why do you need multiple women if you're so simple?
Why do you need the best man if you're so simple? Why you
No,
have
answer my question.
No, think about that.
No, answer my question.
Think about that. Think
Answer
about
my
that.
question.
I'll answer your question very
Answer my
concisely.
question.
It's
Why
in
do
a
you need
man's
multiple women?
biology. No one said we're speaking about how things is, not how
So
things
not
should
one
be.
woman had the three things for you to get down on a knee and
So
close
how
her.
things
Not
is
one
and
woman.
how things should be.
So
So
prove
how
my
things
point.
is.
I'm correct.
you
I
didn't
win
prove
this
your
one.
point.
Ding ding, ring the bell. Press
How
the button.
things
Get it right.
is. Okay, got you. Look, one mic at a time. How things is what we're speaking about. How things should be. We were never speaking about that. How things is. Men want quantity. That's just generally speaking, right? Women want quality, right? So even if we're looking from that standpoint, we can say, well, you just said, well, how is it standards if you're never satisfied when you get when you get a woman? Because you just want more women. But we can say, why are you satisfied with this man of quality? Because then now you're seeing another man of quality and you want that man. So that's a all in void point because women are hypergamous and men from a biological standpoint is polygyny really. Like they want multiple women. And we're speaking about how things should be. Well, how things should be, women shouldn't just be only chasing. Now we gotta speak about morally. Should you be indulging your hypergamous nature and want the best of the best, the 6'5" guy with the 10 inches that making $1 million? Like, do you even deserve that guy? Okay, most girls don't even deserve that guy, qualify for that guy. Now we can speak about the man. Well, bro, you worked your way up and now you have the ability to have multiple girls. Okay, should you indulge in that behavior? No, you should have some sexual temperance and some discipline. That's a conversation of how things should be. We've never spoke about how things should be. So we was always speaking about how things is, and this podcast isn't a misogynistic podcast just because we're speaking about how things is. We can speak about how things should be, and maybe you'll get a different type of feel of the podcast because I can assure you the last episode that these three ladies was on, generally we were speaking about how things should be. This podcast is a little bit different today because the chat is different. They asking different questions. Mm-hmm. So we're speaking about how things is. And the thing is that what I'm trying to tell you is this. How things is, you don't like it. You don't like the man's nature, right? That's because you think it's misogynistic. But we're not saying that your nature is misandrous because you're hypergamous. You're hypergamy. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We speak about how things are, and you tend to think that this is misogynistic. But even from the woman's perspective, while we're speaking about how things is, we don't think it's misandrous. Like we're not calling these women that want a guy that's not 5'8" or want a guy that's real tall that's making a lot of money. Like, dang, this y'all all misandrous. Y'all don't like men. Y'all because y'all want quality. You feel what I'm saying? Because that was all y'all answers. But did you view it that way? I didn't view it misandrous.
He actually said really nice things about men. We were telling them what they deserve and everything. But I'm not trying to irritate you.
Yeah, but no, I'm not irritating. I'm just giving you the facts that this isn't a misogynistic podcast. But go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to also say, based off of if we're going to keep talking about what we're seeing and using because you're saying what we're seeing, and we're using social media as the end be all, and honestly, when we look at social media, who is it? It's people that we choose to be popular.
Yeah.
It's people that we choose to listen to, people that we give a voice to, which are a small percentage. So that's all I'm trying to say. It's like you can't base most of the data that you're coming back with based off of things that we're choosing to make popular on social media because people prefer negativity and prefer certain things on social media coming from a person.
This is the thing, right? Yes. Blue did say it, right? This is the thing where sometimes women don't understand. Yes, social media is maybe a small percentage of a population, but here's the thing. It is a decent representation of certain people or of an ideology, right? This is why women don't understand general conversation, okay? Is it true? And it is, I honestly believe 100% true that in general, most women, not all women, right, want tall men. Yes, it is 100% true. No matter if you see it online that women will say, oh, I want tall men, I want tall men. Yeah, okay, that's online. But let's not be idiotic. Yes, even in the real world, the majority of women want taller men. Now, does that mean that all women? No, of course not. Okay? But it's a general conversation. So even this is where I'm saying, like, yes, social media may be a small part of the population, but it is a good, decent representation, right, of ideology, right? And it's a good, decent representation of general conversation. So this is, it's like, you see this like online. Yes, women have high-ass standards of men. You see that online. But in reality, most women have high standards of men. Does all women? No, not all women, but it is not idiotic or crazy to think most women in the real world, outside of online, do have high standards of men. How can you prove it? Well, you can always see that one thing, divorce rates. Women are the ones leaving relationships. Women are usually the ones leaving marriages, relationships, because they find deficiencies, flaws in the men they choose. So really, women have these standards that men a lot of times do not meet. So this is the thing where honestly, I find it really sad that a lot of women cannot really think logically, right? So that's why it's hard for me to ever think about, oh, I want to have a panel of women to talk to, because honestly, very few women, in my opinion, actually have good conversations. They actually produce good conversations because they honestly are so driven by their own emotions where they ignore reality and only think about their own kind of personal reality, which is really idiotic. Yes, and this is the thing with social media, you see comments where women are constantly agreeing with certain things. I mean, yes, the people the content creators, yes, they're small personality, but really the audience, they are the majority of the population. So really, I mean, it's a good representation, right? Again, it's not all, but that's why you have a general conversation. Women are they need things to be so personal, which is so idiotic. Stop making things personal. Stop making it about you.
Who's been doing it for a very long time. What's popular? Videos.
What data do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm saying the data that you're creating based off of saying women are saying that they like these type of men. They like them tall. They like them rich. They like them this and that. No, you're missing a bigger pool.
That's a fact too, though.
You're missing
But that's not all women are like that, because like I have.
We're not talking about all. Most women. Let's just do a show of hands, because I did it before and the clip went viral. If you had to choose, show hands real quick. If you had to choose your dream guy, would you want him taller than you? Show hands. Okay. Would you prefer that he makes more money than you? Show hands. All right. Would you prefer that he's more competent than you are? All right. And would you prefer him to be stronger than you? All right. Guess what? You want a man that's doing better than you. You are hypergamous. So I'm speaking facts. Facts. All of you want a man that's doing better than you. You don't want an equal, you want a superior. So with that being said,
it's like this is coming from the woman that was talking about height was not important. Literally, that's what it's like. Women are so idiotic. I swear to God, this is why I'm sorry. I cannot really, and I've talked to really logical, good women, right? But there's not enough of them. There's not enough of women that will have good conversations because they're so deluded. So many women are just so, I'm sorry, because they're ruled by their emotions. They can't think straight, and in turn, they can't talk really well, right? They're so triggered. They talk to be triggered. They don't talk to understand. They don't talk to really, that's why it's so annoying to talk to women.
You look for quality. That's in your nature, because we're speaking about how things are, how things is. What do men generally want? Y'all want to ask us some questions that we can answer? Go ahead, try it out. I'll let you know.
I asked you.
We all said that you want to have to choose. If a man had to choose,
you can't even let me get a question out.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it, but go ahead.
I said, why is it that when you have that perfect person, why don't you?
No woman is perfect.
Okay, so that's the answer to it.
No
No
woman is
man is
perfect.
perfect either.
No man is
So
perfect.
we can't say those things, and then it's a whole
The
spiel.
men don't
that
claim to
we
be
don't.
perfect. It's just the women.
So now
Yeah.
women
No,
are perfect.
Listen.
Am I bugging, ladies?
Listen. Women do the majority of the picking up. And whenever you ask a woman why she broke up with the man, who does she always pick? Him. She always blames him. Or when when the public finds out that a woman cheated on her man, you know what I mean? They always support that and be like, well, why did she cheat? Women claim that they're perfect. We just asked all you ladies, what did you do wrong in your previous relationship? And none of you guys said anything that you did anything wrong. Besides you said you did say that you
He communicated terribly.
Yeah, but those are all
And I said I did
even
something
that
wrong.
answer is
That's the thing, right? To be honest, like Blue said it. I honestly I can't have conversations with women. I'm sorry, right? It's hard. And this is the thing. I have had plenty of good conversations with women, but I can't have random conversations with women, right? Or just with any kind of woman, right? It's a very select few. Because a lot of times women are so emotional, they will drag that emotion out of you, right? They will make you emotional. and it's so annoying. It's because it doesn't lead to a productive, good conversation. It may lead to a viral conversation, right? Maybe viral, popular, whatever. But honestly, it doesn't lead to an actual enjoyable, good conversation, because women are just so impossible to talk to a lot of times, because they lead with their emotions. So everything they talk about is personal. It's their emotions, and it's just so annoying.
It's all vague
But
answers.
No, I said that I had somebody else pay my bills. I was honest
But
about
the
that.
majority
I
of
keep
women,
it
You said that,
real.
yeah.
the majority of women cannot answer that. Every time a relationship ends, the majority of women break up with the guy, and it's always because the man did this. Oh, yeah, I mean, the man cheated. Why did he cheat? But well, if you didn't get him sex, of course, man's gonna cheat. If you don't make him feel happy and wanted, yeah. I hate saying happy wife, happy life. So that pretty much means fuck the man's happiness. You know what I mean? And God, what you women need to understand is if a man's not happy in a relationship, he's gonna cheat on you. Straight up, he's not gonna treat you how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And if he has to, put you in place. Why does a man have to do that? Like, if a man should not have to come home, I have to fight a battle. He's already fighting a battle in the world. Out there in the world. Women do not take accountability most of the time. Yes, there are some that do, and I get that, and I know that. I don't want the all piece to come at me. But in general, women always blame the guy for the reason the relationship didn't work out, when they don't realize that it was their behavior, their attitude. They weren't the same girl that they were in the beginning of the relationship. They stopped doing, or they stopped being that same woman, you know what I mean? Or they looked a certain way and they completely let themselves go. We didn't fall in love with how you look now. We fell in love with how you look when we first.
Yo, Blue, would you like other, because like I listen to things like, I guess, against the left, against woke, and all those sometimes political, right? Would you like to listen to that on when I on sometimes on the podcast? I wonder, right? Would you enjoy that? Because I don't know the political leaning of my audience. So because for me, let's say this, right? I'm very anti-woke, right? I'm very, I guess I'm kind of conservative, right? I'm not really into the left, the Democrat, all that shit. I'm really anti all those, the woke. Okay. I'll probably do that for like a next Wednesday podcast, right? I'll leave that for Wednesday because it's not so, usually Mondays and Saturdays people are really, I get more audience. So Wednesdays can be a little more stream. So I'll probably find something that, because I enjoy watching certain political content, right? About things outside of relationships. So I'll probably do that for the next one or next Wednesdays.
Fucking met you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with women that swear they're perfect. Men we don't swear we're perfect. Men ain't been shit for years. We didn't know that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the women that portray themselves as the perfect queen and how they deserve X, Y, and Z. But what did you do to deserve X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? Like, you dress like a whore. You don't cook. You know what I'm saying? Like you're nagging. You know what I mean? You nagging all the damn time. Like, you don't support shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not smart. Like, what the fuck? Why should you deserve
Damn.
that kind of guy? Like, I don't get it. Like, women are the only ones that act like they're perfect and that they don't make no mistakes. Find me some women that can actually honestly be like, you know what? The reason why he cheated on me, the reason why he mistreated me, because I was acting like this. I hit him.
Okay, great. I love that. I'll definitely check out next Wednesday stream. I'm gonna have something good.
I would nag him. I'd curse at him. I just didn't. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I chose not to cook and clean while he pays all the fucking bills. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, it's the women that think they're perfect. That's why we don't think we're perfect.
Yeah. Anybody got any takes on that?
Damn, you say it with your chest.
Show.
Say it with your chest.
I don't think it's right to cheat, but I do think most of the time, I'm not blaming it on a woman, but like there has to be like something that's not going right for him to cheat. I mean, yeah, you said that guys are horny and they
really
just want to have sex, but like, then why not just have more sex with the woman you're with, unless she doesn't want to have more sex? Like,
I'll explain to you the same, because it's not symmetrical. Like, the attraction triggers in our biology, like what you look for and what you expect in a man, he doesn't look for and expect back in you. And the things that you desire, he doesn't desire those same things in you. So for you, from a female's lens, it's like, well, yo, you got a good man, and every other guy is pretty much invisible if you like love that guy. But this is what I was speaking with her about. Our biology is just different. I'm speaking from an is point, not how it should be standpoint, right? So don't get triggered. How it is. Men are capable of being in a relationship with you and smashing 10 other chicks. But keeping the same love for you. The love wouldn't be the.
Here's the thing, right? Do I disagree with him? Not really. But here's the thing where I have a different perspective of him. Most men, average men, they don't want to do it, right? I mean, if they had the options, maybe they would cheat. But honestly, here's the thing, right? Here's my perspective. Most men would not cheat, right? If, let's say this, they have a perfect woman at home. She would have sex with you on demand. She treats you well. She doesn't nag you, honestly, right? And then to have the mindset, oh, you know, I want variety. I'm going to go cheat on my amazing wife. I'm going to cheat on her. I do not say that that's the norm, in my opinion, okay? So why do I not say that norm? Because most men, in my opinion, they know that, honestly, dating is shitty, okay? Going back to the dating market is shitty. So if I cheat on such an amazing wife, hey, guess what's going to happen? We are going to break up. Things are going to end. So now I have to go back to a dating market that was so shitty to begin with instead of keeping my good wife, right? And that's the thing, right? Honestly, here's the thing. This guy, Cooley, that's his name, right? He's different than average men, right? These men are not necessarily average men, right? They fall probably a little bit closer to Tyrone's, but they have a bit morality to them, okay? But in honesty, average men, right? Average men, if they have a good woman at home, they are not going to jeopardize that, right? Even though good men can be definitely 100% attracted to other women, right? They can fantasize about other women. They may want other women, but good men don't want to jeopardize what they have, because honestly, going back to what before they had that is idiotic. Okay, it is shitty as hell. Right? That's why I said, if I can tell you this, right? If I had the most amazing wife at home, even if I was hit on by an amazing, good-looking woman, I will pass that up. 100%, I will pass that up. Because here's the thing: even let's say this, I had a good wife at home, and this woman is hitting on this good-looking ass woman is hitting on me. That don't mean that she will want to have sex with me for the rest of my life. No, right? She doesn't want to ride or die with me. She doesn't want to be there for me. So really, I would jeopardize what I have at home for something very temporary? No, that's idiotic. Good men will recognize, why would I jeopardize something good for something so temporary? So average men, in my opinion, most good men would not do that. Even though, yes, they have the sexual desire to have sex with a lot of women, but they also have the discernment, the brain to know that why the fuck would I jeopardize something good for something temporary? So most men wouldn't do that. Exactly. That's the thing, right? I'd rather keep my good wife anyway over some random chick. That's the thing. Yes, men's biology, yes, they would love to have sex with multiple women. In a perfect world, you still have a good wife and she allows you to have sex with multiple women. Men would do that. But here's the thing. We don't live in a perfect world, right? We don't live in a delusional world. So most men know that I would not jeopardize my relationship for just to have sex with random women. It is idiotic, because here's the thing. Just having sex with random women will get old real quick, right? It will get old real quick, because then you will wish that you had a good woman at home, but you just fucked one up, right? So no, most men won't be so idiotic. But here's the thing with these men, right? These types of men will get into relationships with women that will honestly agree to being one of many. These men aren't average, right? These are not average men. So average men don't get those opportunities. So average men won't be so stupid to risk something good for just stupid temporary shit.
Different. The love wouldn't change, right? To explain it differently, if you have kids, you have one kid, you're like, oh, dang, I love this kid. Then you kind of wonder, am I going to love my second kid how I love the first kid? You do. You love the second kid just how you love the first kid. That's how men with women are. They can actually love multiple women too. So men are innately, it's just embedded in us. We can love multiple women the same, equally, with no changes. And we can also love a woman, but also have sex with another woman, but not care at all. The reason being is because we don't have to like you to have sex with you.
So you're saying men cheat for no reason?
Men usually cheat just because they're horny.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but it isn't because you're doing anything wrong, I'm saying. Because you're saying that the woman is obviously doing something wrong, so that's why the man cheated. In most cases, the man is just cheating because he's had the opportunity to cheat. He's only as faithful as his opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He had the opportunity, so then he takes that opportunity. That's how it is. How it should be. We can speak about how it should be because we got the Christians, we got the Islams, believe in multiple wives, one believe in just one wife. That's a different topic, but that's just how it is. Oh, damn, we got a baller alert. Someone sent in 100 beans. Let's get to that. We got King Adam.
Okay, I think it was fine. Yes. So I think it was a decent watch. Please tell me, give me recommendations, right? If you guys want to check out any kind of things together, definitely Blue. I'm going to have something definitely a bit different, right? Maybe more political, more social, topics for the next Wednesday's live. So please check that out. Because I have a video saved that I was gonna watch on my own, but you know what? If I have like even one audience that would like to watch it with me, I'll definitely watch it, on stream. So we'll definitely do that next Wednesday. Yes, so please check that out. So I think it was a good live. It was okay live, right? I mean, like I said, sometimes I watch, other red pill content creators. So, I like to watch it with you guys, right? Sometimes. So hopefully you guys like it. If you guys have any other recommendations, I will definitely listen and hear it out. Definitely links for other videos, whatever, right? So hope you guys had a good night. Hope you guys had a decent live. Hope you guys like it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for watching the other videos, watching, liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the support, right? I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So hopefully, have a good week, okay? Later, guys.